Why is public speaking not everybody's cup of tea? Why is it difficult for the people to face public and speak in front of them? This is the question which has been going on in the minds of so many people, and particularly those who want to be very good public speakers. Well, I would like to dilate upon this very particular issue so that we will come to the conclusion as to what happens when people are asked to speak publicly. There are many people who do not have the courage, who do not have the temerity to stand up and then speak in front of the people. Well, there are many reasons. What I have found is that in most of the cases, the fear stems from the lack of knowledge and also the lack of confidence. And if we have the confidence, then we can stand up anywhere and then deliver. Now, the lack of knowledge, why I talk about the lack of knowledge? Because if there is a particular topic that you have to talk about and you do not have any knowledge about that, then you cannot speak about that. So, it is for this very reason I find that most of the people fear public speaking. Some people have the knowledge, but they do not have the confidence to stand up. And some people have the confidence, but they do not have the knowledge to talk about. So it is always a very difficult situation. It is a tiddly-dum, tiddly-dee situation for the people. Now the question is that how can somebody be a very good public speaker? I believe that there are certain things that he has or she has to keep in mind. One is that he must not have any nervousness. He must not be conscious of anything when he stands up and speaks. Even if there are going to be 10 people, 20 people, hundreds of the people, thousands of the people, it must not make any difference to his own confidence. He has to deliver, and once he stands up, then he will speak. And the second thing is that he has to know in advance as to what are the areas of discussion, what are going to be the important points that he has to raise, and what are going to be the arguments that he is going to be speaking in favor of. If he knows all these very things, then he will stand up. Then the language that he is going to use is equally important. Some are very comfortable in the local languages, they can speak to what extent you want them to speak. Some are more confident and comfortable with the language which is aligned to them. They will use that language. So if your language is under your control, you can easily speak. And there are issues about the language as well, because some people speak in English. When they speak in English, they are not confident about the grammar, about the manner in which they will be speaking, the pronunciation, the syntaxes. Everything is there which they are not sure about. So that's where they are always having inhibitions about speaking in English and all that. And there are some people in Hindi also or in any other language who want to speak many things, but they cannot because they do not have that kind of the confidence, or at the same time because of the adrenaline rush of blood, they forget the important points that they have to share with the people. So public speaking is an art. It is no doubt not everybody's cup of tea, but yes, you can make it your cup of tea if you really wish, and it can be done only when you stand up, have the confidence, think about the topic that you want to talk about, never feel around yourself the presence of the people. Even if they are there, just think that you are talking to yourself, you are talking to the people who are going to be watching you, who are going to be looking into you. You will be looking into their eyes. Have that confidence of talking to them as you are talking to somebody there in the mirror. So if you have this confidence, I am sure that you will be a very good public speaker. Then there is also one more thing that also unfortunately makes the people shilly-shally about public speaking, and that is they are always worried about the public response. In certain cases, the response may not be good. When you see the re-faces around yourself, when you see the people sitting right in front of you, not very much interested, you feel that they are only passing the time, or sometimes the reactions are so weird that you think that you are not being taken very seriously and that your speech is not going very well with the people. So at that time also it results into diffidence, it results into lack of confidence, and because of which your public speaking unfortunately ends up in a fiasco. All these things should be avoided. When you stand up, your job is to go on speaking. Don't be mindful of the presence of the people there, as I said, because if you are mindful of the people, then you will always be conscious of their presence. And because of that, you will always suffer. And your speaking will also suffer from so many handicaps at that very particular point of time. So, in order to avoid this situation, it is important that you be confident throughout. Stand up. After all, they are not going to do any harm to you. They will listen to you. You have to make your point. You should be comfortable while making your point, and also making them understand what your viewpoint is all about. You have to be in a very comfortable zone. You have to reach out to them. You have to make them understand your viewpoint, and with a broad smile on the face, putting eyes into the eyes of the people, making sure that your body language is very, very confident. I'm sure they will also cooperate and respond. But yes, make sure that before you are going to be talking to the people publicly, you know a lot about the topic, about the subject, about the issue that you want to discuss with them. If you do not know, then you will always have the problems, and the people, rather than liking it, may actually disdain or detest your speech making and all that. So to avoid that situation, please make sure that you are going to be coming up with the relevant points, with the relevant arguments, with the confidence that should be written on your face. You should stand up with the chest flattened, and also when you are going to be keeping your head aloft and putting eyes into the eyes of the people who are right in front of you, then you will be speaking very confidently, and that's where the fear will go off, it will disappear, and you will prove to be a very good speaker of the language. And at the same time, you have to ensure that your confidence stems from your knowledge, from your language. Language is not the barometer of your knowledge, but yes, if language is correct and if it is well chiseled, if your words are well polished and well chosen, it will have a different and a very good impact on the audience. That's where you have to be careful about the choice of the words that you want to make, but at the same time be confident while speaking to the people who are right in front of you.